Hello YouTube. They say that the idle mind is the devil's workshop. I had some free time on my hands, so I figured I would do another video for you guys. Now this is another response video to one of Shazoolo's videos, and the video in question is called The Denial of Satan in Modern Witchcraft. Now when I go to Shazoolo's YouTube page, I see a lot of material about the occult and witchcraft and paganism and how it's evil and how you shouldn't mess with it and whatever. And the thing that's great about his YouTube channel is you get a good sense on the Christian perspective on how they view the craft, how they view the occult and Ouija boards and spirits or whatever. You get a good sense on how Christians view these things. So I do thank him for that. And looking at his videos, I get inspired to make videos of my own and reply to his videos. So this probably won't be the last video that I'll be doing a reply on. Now, in his video, The Denial of Satan in Modern Witchcraft, one of the things he says, and he actually poses this as a question, and that is, if witches and pagans, if they believe that there are evil spirits out there, or bad spirits, or spirits that are not out for our best interests, if you can actually believe that, why not believe that there is a big bad spirit named Satan who controls all of these lesser minions or whatever? Now for me personally, it still just doesn't make any sense. I grew up in Detroit, and I used to live right off of 8 Mile. And before I moved, there was always someone trying to break into my house and steal crap. And looking back at this, it wasn't just one person that was doing it. It wasn't one gang of kids or individuals that was doing it. It was just all kind of people. And they would try to break into my house, and they would try to break into the house next door, and the house around the block or whatever. And I view evil spirits the same way. Just because you have some assholes that are trying to break into your house or trying to break into your body and possess you or whatever, that doesn't mean that there's one head honcho guy out there that's controlling all of this. If there is a spirit that's causing problems, he's the problem. I don't think that things are necessarily set up just like they are here on Earth, where you have Satan, and then you have all of his minions, and then you have his messengers and his lieutenants and all this other stuff. I think it goes more like this: as above, so below. It's like you have jerks in this world, you have jerks in the astral plane, you have jerks that are spirits, you have some spirits that help you, you have some spirits who are indifferent, you have some spirits who don't care 2 cents about you. I think it's just like that in the spirit world. That's why when you do work with spirits, you take precautions, as I said in my previous video. So why not Satan? Well, number one, I don't deal with duality. That's one thing that just doesn't make that much sense to me. It's too Western. I've always liked the Eastern religions more so than the Western religions, because they seem more deeper. They don't necessarily go on this duality trip like us Westerners do. Anyway, for me, when I look at Satan, I don't see Satan as being anthropomorphic. I don't see Satan as being a spirit or anything like that. I see Satan as the Hebrew word, which means adversary. He's the opposer, the questioner. That's how I see Satan. So for me to worship Satan would not make any sense, because I don't see Satan as a deity. I see Satan as a word, which means accuser. So when I do my music, when I do a lot of my heavy metal stuff and my hard rock stuff, that's what it's all about. It's about being the adversary. It's about being the accuser. It's about waking people up. That's the way I see it. You know, there's those of you who have ever seen the movie Malcolm X, there's one scene in it where there's this Christian preacher. He gets on this pulpit, and he's talking about God and whatever, and Malcolm is asking him, you know, all these questions about God. And a lot of people don't know Malcolm X's nickname in prison was Satan. And it kind of fit him too. He had red hair, and he used to dress up in these red zoot suits, you know, back when that was in style or whatever. But that's the spirit that I see Satan as. The accuser, the adversary, the one who questions, the one who opposes. It's not something anthropomorphic. And to see Satan as something, the way Christians would see Satan, it's boring to me. Unless you're watching horror flicks, then it's fun. But to see Satan as just some guy who's out there smashing stuff and destroying stuff, to me that's just too Mickey Mouse. That character it doesn't have any substance to it. I like something with more substance, more spice to it. So that's me personally. He's a trickster. It's like Coyote in Native American in their mythology. He's Loki. He's the sum total of every trickster, every accuser, every questioner that's out there. He's not necessarily a literal being, something that's anthropomorphic. At least I don't see him as anthropomorphic. He's just that, as Anton LaVey would say, that dark force in nature that causes change. So that's the way I see Satan. The whole Christian idea of Satan as being something that goes around destroying stuff, that's the enemy of God and all that, that's something that just doesn't appeal to me. And I guess, Shazoolo, I guess in some way that's a good thing, right? Would you rather for me to pray to some deity that's associated with evil? Anyway, like I said, I totally reject, the whole evil Satan thing. So hopefully that clears things up. As I said, the concept of duality doesn't make any sense to me. And it's just, I see Satan as being the dark force in nature that causes change. Hope that clears some things up for you. Until next time, love is the law, and peace.